Hi, I'm Brian O'Reilly, certified podologist here at Dr. Comfort. Today I'd like to go over some advanced fitting principles using some of the more accommodative shoes we offer. We have two shoes that are very similar. One is called the Douglas, which is the men's version. One is the Betty, which is the ladies' version. Both of these shoes have two strips of Lycra that run distally down the edges of the shoe, allowing for this shoe to stretch plantar to dorsal. The ladies' shoe will stretch 1 inch to 1.5 inches. The men's shoe 1.5 inches to 2 inches. This works very great for thick, swollen feet, high insteps, internal braces. The downside is that if you're ordering these shoes for a patient that doesn't have those foot characteristics, they do tend to run fairly roomy. Considering ordering these shoes one width narrower to achieve a similar fit. The next shoe also has Lycra in it. The Brian shoe, which is the men's version, and the Annie shoe, which is the ladies' version. These shoes don't stretch a lot from plantar to dorsal, but they do stretch in the toe box, allowing accommodation for hammer toes and bunions. This is a great way to take high pressure off those areas. Again, these shoes do run very roomy, so if you are ordering this shoe for a patient that doesn't have the hammer toes or bunions, you might want to consider ordering the shoe one width narrower to achieve a similar fit in the toe box. The next three shoes are all in the ladies' line. We have the Lulu, the Mary Jane, and the Betsy. All three of these shoes are open top shoes, meaning you don't have the material on the instep of the foot. This works really good for accommodating thick, swollen feet, high insteps. The problem is, if you have a patient that has a slim, slender foot, doesn't have those foot characteristics, you will have to order these shoes one width narrower, and in some cases, like the Mary Jane for sure, a half size shorter to achieve a similar fit. We have a men's boat shoe called the Mike, and we have a lace version called the Patrick. These shoes have lower heel counters. If you have patients where you get the lateral or medial malleolus rubbing on the cuff of the shoe, this is a great shoe for that to help avoid that. However, because the heel counter is cut lower and it's not as cupped forward, it doesn't push the foot as far distally, and these shoes tend to run about a half size longer, even though they're lasted the same. But these shoes work great because they are slightly lower on the medial and lateral sides. With some of the accommodative shoes we have, there's also some techniques you can use to help certain situations. There are tongue pads, which are self-adhesive. You can peel the back of the tongue pad off. These are designed to go under the tongue of the shoe to help take up space. Work great for heel slippage. If you have a patient that you just need to fill up the shoe, they're self-adhesive, they go under the tongue, and it's just designed to take up space. We also supply, if you need them, heel pads. These go underneath the insert in the heel area and elevate the insert and therefore elevate the foot about 1/8 inch. Again, if the shoe is rubbing on the lateral or medial malleolus, it's a great way to help elevate that and get it from rubbing on that area. A ball and ring stretcher is a great tool to have in your office. This works great for hammer toes and bunions. If you get high pressure areas that's rubbing on a bony prominence, what you can do is you take a standard leather shoe, you can insert the ball and ring stretcher into the spot that you need. You're able to stretch the shoe, tighten down on that, and after leaving it there for several minutes, what you'll have is a bump in the shoe to take that pressure off those spots. One of the biggest phone calls we get is for heel slippage. There are different lacing techniques to help avoid heel slippage. Dr. Comfort has printed versions of these on laminated sheets which are available through the customer service department. And other than heel slippage, there's also some other high arches, wide feet, narrow heel, wide forefoot. There's like 8 techniques on here to help aid in the fitting process.